Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Farming Simulator 17 map spotlight from the mod contest. This is Dusty Cove by DustyDave, and you might know that I've already been playing on this map a small bit on the server. I've intentionally kind of been limiting myself on the server so that I could do this in a somewhat fresh manner. Now I get to find out what fields you actually start with, because the server, everything is bought. So the cows, if we come over here, are over in this area here. That's a bit of a jump, isn't it? I don't know if that's intended, but there's a big hump there, and yeah, potential problems with that. Cows are down here. Milk is in here. There's a water trigger. If you're wondering where the water triggers are on Dusty Cove, DustyDave has a habit of making them into fire hydrants. Big silage pit, big manure pit. I'm gonna just back out. Get your feed mixer as well. Your slurry tank. Windrower. Front loader. Fent and a New Holland. Not a Fent. It's a Valtra. Dave, I'm surprised you didn't give people Fents. You got your forage harvester with a maize header, because I always complain about people not giving you maize headers or options for maize when you start off a map. The mid-sized fertilizer spreader, round baler, and 2 mowers. That's a logical way of doing it. This is I'm picking up ideas as I go along, and of course the pickup truck as well. I'm probably missing a couple of items from the starting equipment list. I'll get back to that in a little while. In fact, there's probably even more over there. So the gates here are all scripted, and there is more over here. You also start off with, if I come over here, I don't have game extension, so I'm stuck at manual normal walking speed. The Massey Ferguson Activa, which is the kind of the mid-range harvester in the entire game, with a header and header trailer. The non-dolly agroliner, which is that's actually a good sized trailer for this map, and no cedar by the looks of it. These look like they're silage pits. These are silage pits. So no shortage of silage on this map. You can tell Dave's a fan of it. And of course you can have lights in your sheds as well. So let's head off down the map. Let's see, where do we want to go first? Let's head down to the actually, it looks like you can head to the sheep from the cows. Let's head over to the sheep, and I'm going to try and get there from the cows over here. Because it looks like that's an option. Be careful of the giant bump. Now this map is seasons ready. It does have full seasons functionality available. And as far as I know, it is actually the first map to be publicly released that had it. I think there's one or two. Well, Lostburg has it now. There's a couple of other maps that have seasons functionality now in them. But Dusty Cove was actually the first, which Dave is particularly proud of. Dusty Cove, the first map for Farming Simulator to ever have seasons functionalities inbuilt by default. Most of the others, the ones that I've been playing, have all been edits. Except Orchard. Orchard also has seasons functions, but that's not out yet. So the sheep are over here. It gets really annoying having to pass through 1,000,001 gates. There is your wool spawn point, your feeding trough and water trough are in there. And I'm going to have to change my options here. Leave that like that. So now I know where the sell points are. We'll head down to the Spinnery, Dusty Cove Sales, and the shop now. We'll stay on this side of the river for now. This is a coastal map. And I've been saying it in streams. Don't think I've said it in the... Well, I haven't, because I haven't done a video on this map yet. kind of a little known fact is this map was made in 6 weeks. This is just 6 weeks of work for DustyDave. And he went a bit loopy during that time. I wonder who talks to him on the YouTube community. Yeah, there's all of us, and these are all channels you should check out if you haven't already. Landy Kid, myself, obviously, Simulate, Virtual Farmer, Chris the Irish Gamer, and Eustace Farmer. Who I don't shout out nearly enough. Eustace Farmer does some great roleplay videos. He doesn't upload as much as maybe the rest of us, but he does some great roleplay videos. There's a Texaco with a Spar. Some people are confused by the Spar. In Ireland and the UK, shops like Spar and whatnot are actually attached to service stations like that. It works out cheaper. Here's the shop area. You can buy and sell all of your vehicles and equipment there. And if we come up here, we got the Spinnery and Dusty Cove sales. So in we go. Let's see if I can figure this out by looks. Yes, this is the Spinnery. Your wool sell point is there, and then you got Dusty Cove sales over here with the now ancient giant fill planes of doom. Where is the actual sell point though? Because that's not it. Ah, the sell point itself is here, so you can just come straight off the road and sell. That's different. I like that. So there's plenty of fields on the map. 46 in all. You start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fields. Fields 1, 2, 40, 42, 8, 7, 10, 30, 25, 24, 20, and 11. Let's head on over now to the riding stables. The Dusty Cove riding stables. And I don't think I've actually even been on this side of the map before. I've been intentionally limiting myself. There's a little pond there, a little lake. And I don't know if the river can kill your vehicles or not. I'm not going to check until the very end. So the riding stables are up over here. And this is going to be your bale sell point up here. So you just back up to the marker here with your bales and they'll sell off to the local stables, which makes sense. Head on up to the pigs now, and we'll have to backtrack a small bit, unfortunately. But holy cow, Dave, that's a forestry area. So the cool thing about this map is with seasons, and I don't have seasons installed intentionally at the moment, the trees and hedges and all that will change colour during the year, depending on what season it is, and also the snow will fall, but not inside buildings, so you won't end up with snow inside your buildings like you would on some maps. All maps are seasons capable, by the way. You don't have to preset your map for anything. They're all capable. It's just that the season's preparation makes it better. So here's your pig area. A nice little yard here that you could really just work. You could realistically just work out of this yard if you really, really wanted to. Complete with maize field, which is field 10. I think Dave's gone a bit maize crazy on this map. Just kind of looking at it. I've spun out. So let's head on up again and head on over to the BGA and the foods depot. If you watch the multiplayer streams on Saturdays and Sundays, number one, none this week because I'm watching them all. Number two, I will now be delimiting myself on the map. I will be driving around a lot more and trying to do a lot more during those streams. There's another little yard up here, if the lad wouldn't mind getting out of the way. I know that I'm going to have to backtrack again. Another little yard up here with a few sheds and just a bit more storage. Something I didn't mention at the pig yard, that is a placeables area out front. The giant empty spot is a placeables area. It's not just empty for the sake of it. I don't know, that's a minor thing. The animal sell point, or animal buy point, is the bog standard one from Goldcrest, which I don't really like that. I'd prefer if it was something different. Here's your sell point, which says sell point. The food depot. And, yeah. Dave made an oopsie here. I've spoken to... Oh, yeah, it's the exact oopsie I thought he did. Yeah, he screwed up on a collision there. He has told me that there's going to be a V2 where that's fixed, as well as some other little fixes around the map, some tweaks and optimizations. So here's the BGA. You got quite large shed just to store things in, but it looks like... Yeah, this is just a storage shed. Some more maize fields surrounding it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pits. That's an unusual number. 5 pits here. Which, yeah, I can't complain. It's an interesting design for the BGA. You're not going to be you're not going to be able to course play it too easily if you're one of these people who course plays everything in anything. There is some extra starter equipment up here. You get the log trailer as well to begin with, which is nice. And right, see, this is something the maps don't usually do. The sawmill is right beside the forestry area. So there's your sawmill, and your forestry area is there. So if you're carting lots of timber, you don't have to cart it too far. There's your wood chip sell point. Your wood sell point's going to be over here somewhere. There's the log trailer. Wood sell point's going to be here. Your wood chip sell point is going to be up and around here at that pile, most likely. And then we can go into the forest and have a quick look around. With all of the trees ever. Good Lord, Dave, you've gone mental here. Nice uneven ground, so you're not going to want to be driving as quickly as this around here. And no shortage of trees for you to cut. Nice little forestry hut over there. And a good staging point for a large operation up here, I guess. If you're doing it in multiplayer and got, 3 Scorpion Kings, is a good place to park them up at night or whatever, when they're not in use. And you can head back out. Now this is just going to be a quick blitz around the map. I already know it quite well. I've been playing on it for a couple of weeks. It's the only mod contest map that I've actually been on, which is why I've put this spotlight first, and the others will be in time. So starter equipment, full list is going to be Valtra T series, New Holland T7, 320 I think. The Valtra's got 250 horsepower. Front loader, pallet fork, bale spike, manure fork, Massey Ferguson Activa 7347S, Massey Free Flow 25-foot header, Chrome Big X, Chrome Easy Collect header, the Leguan 24 for the harvester, TDK 302 trailer, Vogel Newt Terradix 600, an Amazon Chiron 200, Cavernland Optima 5 for corn. That corn seeder. Seriously, Dave, you've thought of everything. Nobody ever starts you off with a corn seeder. Like, I've seen maps where you start off with a corn harvester, but not the seeder. That GG. Vaderstad Rapide A600S, Bredal F2WS 4000, the Garant VE 8000 slurry spreader, the smallest one in the game, Pottinger front and rear offset mowers, windrower, a baler, your pickup, Silo King, and the Silo King, the small feed mixer of the two, which is technically the larger feed mixer of the two actually, and the log trailer. What I do apologise. I'm having a bit of a yawn at the moment. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but it just happened. Overall thoughts on the map? because I know I've just had a quick blitz. It's a really good map. For 6 weeks of work, he can beat most mapper. This is 6 weeks of his time. He has other maps coming out that he's put months into. One in particular I'm looking forward to is, and I think Sim is as well, Simulate is, and Landykit is, and everybody I've spoken to who makes YouTube videos, we're all looking forward to one map in particular. His next map is going to be called Orchard Farm, and I've got a series on that running at the moment. A roleplay series, mind you. And the map we're all looking forward to is called Ventonwin. Now this was, in my opinion, one of the best maps for FS15. It was right up there with the likes of Cobra Park Farm and Thornton Farm, and it's a spectacular map. Like, when it releases, you'll know about it, because we'll all be playing on it. We all want it, we all want to play on it, we'll all be playing on it. Expect just blanket coverage of that map when it's out on across YouTube, across our little group at least. And Dave has said to me that he's planning on making it his best map ever, and his crown and glory, which, that sounds promising. And all of DustyDave's maps going forward, the only one that doesn't have seasons for FS17 is Penberlin, which is available on his YouTube channel. All of his maps will have seasons functionality. He likes seasons himself. I love seasons. It's a really good mod to have, and unfortunately I'm not really able to spotlight it, because going into the amount of knowledge I have, it'll take like half an hour to an hour. Should you download Dusty Cove? I guess is the question you guys all have. If you're watching this video, you probably have that question. My answer is yes. Especially if you want to try out seasons with full functionality, full everything working on full blast. Download Dusty Cove, pop in a save game with seasons, you'll understand why. Maps like this that are made to be good maps, just by themselves, even as a challenge effectively for him, they'll look good in seasons. Now the fact that he's got full functionality running on this, it's going to look even better than the likes of Thornton or Sandy Bay. It's going to look visually stunning. So yeah, give it a download, give it a try. And personally, I haven't looked at any of the other maps yet, but I can't see any maps really beating it. I've heard there's some good maps in the contest, so I'm gonna reserve judgment, but this is a spectacular map. This is a map you should definitely try out. It's a really good benchmark for, and a really good start. I wanted to start well, so I started with the safe bet, which was Dusty Cove, because Dave's a good mapper and he knows what he's at. If you're wondering, if you have Dusty Cove and you're wondering how to fix the little issue I showed off at the, what's the name of the sell point? The Dusty Cove sales sell point. Eustace Farmer actually has a video on his channel of how to fix it. It's a very small issue and a very easy fix. So check out Eustace Farmer's video, which was posted with permission of Dave. Until you know, V2 comes out, in which case just swap out for V2 and that problem will be fixed, as well as a few minor fixes and optimizations. If you're wondering if it's coming out on console, which I know some people are, I've been told that is the plan. I've sent DustyDave my a list from my server of the quote-unquote issues it has with servers, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be released on Giants Mod Hub for consoles and PCs. It's already out for PC, obviously, but hopefully it'll be out for consoles too. Dave now knows the issues that his maps can have on, you know, in servers, which would presumably be what's going on with consoles too. And hopefully, fingers crossed, you console people, because I know you want British maps and I know you want great maps. Hopefully you'll get this too. I hope you enjoyed this spotlight. If you did, hit the like button. Give the map a download for sure. And hit subscribe. And go over to DustyDave's YouTube channel as well and hit subscribe on there. He's a seriously nice guy and a good mapper to boot. There is a playlist of all the spotlights that I've done for the mod contest. I have skipped some stuff intentionally, including seasons, because seasons would just be too long. Give that a watch if you want to look at my opinions of the other maps, which I'll be doing in time, and the equipment, which I've just completed today. As I'm recording this might go out on a different day to the equipment. I will leave you by saying, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching your Farming Simulator 17 map spotlight on Dusty Cove. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.